Democrats wasting no time launching their attacks against Amy Coney Barrett as the president officially nominates her to the Supreme Court. So what are senators expecting as the battle heats up? Well, let's ask two of them. Tennessee GOP Senator and author of The Mind of a Conservative Woman, Marsha Blackburn, along with Indiana GOP Senator Mike Braun. Senators, thank you both so much for being here. Senator Braun, I'll start with you. Let's talk about what the fight might be. Do you already have the votes? It seems that you already have the votes to confirm her. So what could Democrats do to stop the nomination of Amy Coney Barrett?
So I think the votes are there. We kind of got that all clear about a week ago. So the attack they're going to take will be the ones that they kind of used, I think, in the Kavanaugh hearings. And for me, that was so real in the sense that my race and Josh Hawley's in Missouri were the two that were close going into the Kavanaugh hearings. All I can tell you is we ended up winning by about 6 points each. So I think Democrats beware. When you take someone like Amy Coney Barrett, who's got a record personally and judicially, I think it's going to be a tough sell to use those same tactics that you had during the Kavanaugh hearings. So here they're going to focus, in my opinion, on what might happen policy-wise with her point of view. And I think that's tricky as well because of how much credibility she has in terms of her judicial acuity and her opinions over time. So I think it's similar in the sense of the political risks in the approach that they take. But I think you're dealing with a situation with Amy that's going to make it much tougher for them to pull the same shenanigans they did 2 years ago.
Senator Blackburn, although she's over in the House, Speaker Pelosi has said there are arrows in the quiver of the Democratic Party. Let's walk through a few of those arrows, if we might. First of all, two of your fellow senators on the Judiciary Committee, Richard Blumenthal and Mazie Hirono, have said they won't meet with Amy Coney Barrett. Will that do anything to stop her confirmation?
No, it will not. And I think it is very petty of them not to even open the door and sit down and have a conversation. But, Will, this is how the left treats conservative women. And we know they're going to try to demonize Judge Barrett. We know that they are going to try to say that she is out of the mainstream because that is the type thing that they do. But we are going to begin our hearings. We will start at Judiciary Committee with our opening statements. We will follow it with testimony and questions on 30-minute rounds and then 20-minute rounds. We will hear from outside groups. We will vote her out of committee, and then we intend to be on the floor with her nomination. They will not slow us down.
Well, when we have a little more time, Senators, I'd love to ask you both what their response and then your response might be to some of the more extreme measures they've talked about, like initiating an impeachment of the president or packing the court. We will have time to discuss those as well. Senators, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.